morning.
Today is a wonderful day.
Hey everyone, my name is Sarah Loafman.
And I'm Ashley Roque, and this is our gossip session. So, our gossip of the day is the nervous system. Did you hear about it?
No, what? I don't remember what it is, so can you please explain?
The nervous system is a complex part of an animal that coordinates actions and sensory information, transmitting signals to and from different parts of the body.
Oh yeah, it's a network of nerve cells and fibers which transmit nerve impulses between parts of the body.
That's right, Sarah.
Did you know that there are two parts of the nervous system?
No.
The central nervous system and the parietal system. The nervous system is a complex of nerve tissue that controls the activities of the body, and it consists of the brain and the spinal cord.
Yeah, that is the central nervous system. Here is the parietal system. It is a nervous system outside the brain and the spinal cord. It contains all the nerves that lie outside of the central nervous system, CNS for short. The primary role is to connect the CNS to the organs, limbs, and skin to allow for complex movement and behavior.
Yes.
We smart!
We both know what we're talking about now.
Now let's talk about the major organs and parts of the nervous system and what they do in our body. It's kind of cool and weird at the same time, you know? Because it controls us and what we're doing and saying.
Weird. I know that in the CNS, it consists of the brain and the spinal cord. The brain is an organ, soft nervous tissue that serves as the center of the nervous system in all its vertebrae. The brain coordinates sensation and nervous activity.
It controls our memories, speech, and movement of our extremities and thoughts, such as like, I like your shirt, Sarah.
Thanks, it's one of my favorite tops that I own. The brain tells your body what to do so fast that sometimes do it without even thinking about it.
Creepy. I know that the brain has 4 lobes. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I got you a present so you can remember all the parts of the brain.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
You're welcome. It has all the parts you need so you can remember.
I got you one too.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks, girl. Oh, here it is. It's a brain hat.
Do you mind if I wear it?
Oh, no.
This is the frontal lobe. The frontal lobe controls skills like emotion, expression, memory, and language.
Oh, yeah, like I can speak 2 languages.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, well then there's the temporal lobe. It is involved with the primary auditory perception like hearing. It's the one closest to your ears.
Then there is the parietal lobe, processes sensory information regarding the location of the body parts, like taste and temperature.
Now there's the occipital lobe. It associates with the distance, depth perception, and color determination. And then there's the cerebellum, which is in the back of the brain below the occipital lobe. It is responsible for motor skills like balance and posture. Go.
Now the other main organs of the central nervous system is the spinal cord.
The spinal cord is a bundle of nerve fibers associated with tissue which enclose in the spine. It connects nearly all parts of the body to the brain, with which it forms the central nervous system. Also, it relies messages from the brain to different parts of the body to perform an action, to pass along messages from sensory receptors to the brain, and to coordinate reflexes that are managed by the spinal cord alone.
Okay, now let's talk about the main parts of the parietal nervous system. We know it talks about the nerves, right?
Yeah, there's 2 types of nerves, one of which is the parietal nerve.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the nerves. The parietal nerve controls the function of the sensory movement and the motor coordination. There are 3 types of parietal nerves: motor, sensory, and autonomic.
Motor sensory sends impulses from the brain and spinal cord to all of the muscles in the body, like walking.
Sensory nerves from the back muscles to the spinal cord and the brain. Helps identify how cold and hot something is.
Autonomic nerve controls involuntary functions like our heart's beating and our digestive system, like before we even came on the show. You had to poop.
Then there is the ganglion nerve, that is the nerve cell cluster or a group of nerve cells, bodies located in the autonomic nervous system and sensory system, mostly outside the nervous system, excepting certain nuclei.
Wow, that sounds complicated.
OMG, we almost forgot something.
What? Oh yeah, the neurons. The neuron is a fundamental unit of the nervous system.
The basic purpose of the neurons is to receive incoming information and, based upon the information it sends to signals the other neurons. They are designated to rapidly send signals across long distance.
Yeah, here it is on the board, so you can see it right up there. I thought that was a lot of information to share to everyone.
It was definitely a lot of information, but it was so interesting.
Oh hey, do you know the path of the nerve impulses travel throughout your body from stimulus to response?
Yeah, actually, I do. An impulse travels along the neuron pathway or electrical charged move across each neuron cell membrane. Ions moving across the membrane causes the impulse to move along the nerve cells. When the impulse reaches to the end of one neuron, the axon, the impulse reaches a synapse. A synapse is a space between neurons. And when it is a synapse is the space between neurons, and when it is the last synapse, it goes to the axon terminal. Just like that, it goes.
Dang, that's a lot of information. It's just how cool it happens so fast that you don't even know what's going on.
It sure is. Does the nervous system interact with other systems in your body?
It sure does. Our nervous system interacts with every other system in the body. Our endocrine system work closely with your brain and central nervous system to control the creation of specific hormones and enzymes.
And your digestive and exocrine systems work with the nervous system in both conscious and unconscious. The digestive system stores and digests foods, transferring nutrients to the body, eliminates waste, and absorbs water. The autonomic nervous system controls tone of digestive tract. The brain controls drinking and feeding behaviors. The brain controls muscle and eating and elimination.
All of our other systems do work with our central nervous system because it controls everything and anything we do.
Girl, tell them fun facts about the nervous system.
Yeah, I got some fun facts for you.
So do I.
Well, did you know that there are approximately 100 billion neurons in the human brain and 13.5 million neurons in the human spinal cord alone?
Did you know the nervous system can transmit signals at the speed of 100 meters, 328 feet per second?
Did you know the motor neurons transmit neural signals to activate muscles or glands?
Did you know neurons may look different from one another?
Yes, I did know that, in fact. Did you know the field of the science focuses on the study of the nervous system is called neuroscience?
Wow, Ashley, so interesting. I'm so entertained.
You're welcome. So, we have something sad to talk about, even though it's not really good to talk about it, but we need to know because life goes. So, there's a thing called Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's disease destroys the nerve connection in the brain, making it progressively more difficult to do ordinary things like move around, swallow, or even feed yourself. While the brain devastates the brain, it does not kill you. Complications of the declined brain function is what leads to death. It has some symptoms, so you know what's going on. If you have it, difficulty thinking, forgetfulness, and have an angry mood, and maybe depression. It's kind of sad, but there's no cure. But there are medications to temporarily improve symptoms.
Okay, now I'm going to talk about multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis is a demyelinating disease in which the insulation covers the nervous system and brain and spinal cord are damaged. Some symptoms and some signs that you might be facing is acute or chronic pain, dizziness, fatigue, and also mood swings or bad anxiety. Some treatments is physical therapy, and some treatments is chemotherapy.
Okay, so that is the end of our gossip session. But shout out to our websites where we got all the information to have for this gossip session. And here it goes.
Join us next week.
Bye!